All right, let's get it started. Day 63. Does that mean that I'm supposed to girl mod? Stone. I should build a larger array of that. Arcane. Tempting. Don't think that's worth the soul shards. Well, it's a long duration one. So 10, 12, no, 10, 14, 18. So 30, 42. The answer is that's expensive. All right. I should double check. Okay. Plunder. Wrong computer. All right. All right. That's it. Or rooms. That's annoying. Ornate chests. Loading. No secret. Board mobs. Chromatic iron. Yoink. More room. Yep. And then time to go see if War's got anything, right? Because Coins didn't. Thanks for what? One? Does that mean like 100% of the elixir chance is in ores? Because there's like supposed to be a minimum amount. Ooh. Ooh. It's here. Eggy. Cool. I wanted to head for that ore room anyways. Be gone, bot. Okay. So I have completion, and now I just need kills. That's... There we go. Okay, so that would have been a good room. Gotta go fast. And then I can just exit by... Let's see. Yep. I'm going to say that was a decent run. Okay. All right. What? I thought armor was supposed to also level up with... Okay, so maybe armor living only works with vault experience, but hand items can level up off of bounties? If so, that's a bug. Okay, it just hadn't finished updating. Alright. Cool. 'Sync. Alright. Four tiers. Four tiers. Elixirs are supposed to be twos. I'm supposed to get one crate tier for having 10 cards. $45 after. Spicy burger goes in. Alright. So can't shoot those directly, so I have to keep wandering over here to just slowly put all those in there. By hand. Because that's the appropriate way to do it, right? Very, very slow. Did not kill enough tanks. Oh, I should double check how the one downstairs is doing, whether it's clogged at all. Game sound? Game sound. Where are you, game sound? Game sound? Did I not have game sound that whole time? No. Game sound? I have somehow lost I have lost the dang keyhole between the there we go. Now it's doing things. Now it's doing things. There we go. Game sounds. Because my screen versus what gets sent to the streamer rig. Alright. Kiwi. Kiwi. And then we go. Oh. Put this back in here, and we go. Claim this because Black Chromatic is still a decent amount. Alright. I need to make a box for these. So let's go make a box for those. Okay, rock solid isn't a horrible modifier. I rarely use the stat ones. But, like, it'll be nice to feel the, not knocked around for, like, alright, for, lucky hits. Rather than having to constantly do the, crouch tech, where I take advantage of Vanilla's inbuilt knockback resistance. Mini bunch of bond boxes. Only got one that run. gunpowder sets. Yeah, let's go deal with gear real quick. Then I can come back over here and put things away. And lock that drawer. Nothing especially of note. There. Okay, fishing stuff is still running fine. Stare and grab. Yay. All right. Dora. Alright. Keep. I think I want to just scrap that one out of spite. And a 2.4 should probably be below threshold at this point. That's not great. Scrap. Eggs. Because those aren't going to automatically. So, first things first. Lock. And then we're going to load these ones manually. Load this one manually. Handles. It's annoying because, like, for me not to remember what's here means in theory it's not important, but I also know I'm going to be annoyed if it's not there, apparently. But it got deposited. So it's like, what in the world did I have living there that just got itself deposited? Quick, Bod Watchers. Tell me when the world was there. I mean, pickaxe. Yup. Alright. I mean, truthfully, with the way I've been using it, I could probably swap it out for just, like, a quick 100% vanilla immortality tool. Let's see. That's all put away. That's all put away. I think I'm ready for the next vault. Okay. These go back in, and this goes so. No stirring yet in Iskalls. Nice. Morning, Gicky. Are you managing to get loose today, or are you distracted enough that I'm not going to see you online at all? Also, remember that the modded mailboxes, you're going to have to stick a router or something else to pull the things out of them because they don't display right, and all 9 slots of yours are currently full. Okay. I'm just wandering around doing plunder and god altars. He's been a jerk to me about him. Still need to get a living hat that's worth setting up to lucky hit. Truth be told, I've been wandering materials like by hand over because they've been unable to mail, and I've just been like, okay, lanterns go in the chest. Though I haven't been hitting any of the chromatic themes, so like I haven't been getting a bunch of chromatic boards recently. Oh no. Lost some of my health. Let's see. Nearest altar is still... Never mind. I've got what my next 5 minutes are. Okay. I say that, but like, I should go and see what this god altar is. Because if it's mine ores, I might as well get the free completion on it. Tennis? Or Nate? Alright, boys. I mean... To be fair, I could just also go... Let's see. Experience isn't going to do anything because this is plunder, so I don't get experience. Let's see if I can find one of the copious ones. Because I'm not at 100% copious, I'm at like 60 something. But I've got a mine room there. As luck would have it. Chests. And like, if I could throw just a bit more copious on it, that'd be great. Especially if the copious is just like set up for completion. Alright. I have to go upstairs to go and get the other completion. Doing some more around. I saw some text right here. Right? No. I was mistaken. Okay. So it's downstairs one. Minus some more health. Because that mine room is just going to absolutely nuts. Because I do have my 1717. But I don't have anchor yet. Which I would love to have anchor, but I just haven't rolled it yet. Abundant souls. Okay. One more out. Then we turn left. And like if I have to take a... Ooh! Pink moon, my balabad. The single room that is the reason why, oops. Right. I've already, reconfigured to mining. Just to make sure I've got everything. Since I don't have anchor, so I don't want, like, loose items just getting caught on things too much. Alright, and then... Technically, some of the things in this room are in my list of don't delete. Sure. Anyways. F. Over one. Then over one. When I say that I like the baguette specifically from Mine Rooms, this is exactly why. Because now I don't have to hear the burping every 30 seconds. And healing is like a non-issue. Because it's still counting all, let's see, 17 by 17 is like... Okay, I'm too lazy to actually do the math on how much that is. It's... I say that and then I continue to count in my head. It's 10 times 10 plus 7 times 7 plus 7 times 10 times 2. Alright. Looks like I might be a little bit too far. Nope. It deletes the entire center. It's fine. If it eats the entire center, I don't need to adjust it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I just need to go like this. And profit is complete. We're going to ignore the 4 chains up there. I've cleared the whole room, right? Yeah. Alright. Missed that jump. Also, it's interesting to see where all the light blocks really, like, I should be able to just get straight out of this room. I've done it plenty of times. There we go. Already got everything in the paint room I needed, right? Fine, I'll select something. Double. Because I find this is far less annoying than Mr. I'm frozen in place. Because frozen in place is also attacking me while I'm frozen in place and more distant from him, and it's like... But yeah. Now the question is, did I get my antique from that? I do not remember what my count was beforehand. So I honestly do not know. Let's see. Is there an altar in here? Or is that mixed revolver? Mixed revolver. Because this one doesn't have a altar spot on that side. Now that I figured out that orientation. So this is down. No? Up altar. Okay. One of these days I'm going to remember where like all of the altars are in the rooms. And I'll still get them all mixed up. Alright. Living chests. Alright. Okay. Probably I'm just not doing, what you call it? Alters this run, so next best thing. Reprogram this stupid thing to tell me where in the world these are. So that's upstairs, if it's in this room. Yep. Fine, we'll use the stairs. I am absolutely whiffing on the timing today. Difficulty. And technically I took luckier chests before I found the, what you call it? Tiny angry child! Yes, I saw your fancy trophy. We're going to put it up on the fridge. Actually, probably not. Because that requires me to remember which in the world he dropped. Not to mention, I have no clue how much money he had, so... Something I stole kid's pocket change in addition to his car. Unfortunately, because the pickup monitor doesn't work right with the secondary catchers, like, I need to know where the ore rooms are. So I will simply collect them on my way out. Let me know if you want any of the fancy globes. Like, if I get spares, I absolutely will hand them off. Like, that's the opposite side of those. I tend to encounter spiders on for dungeons. Normally, I'm giving them the fun of the inside ones. Alright. No dungeons within about 2 rooms. Good to know. Clearly, I'm going to need you to come and watch more often, because I'm not supposed to have this many random Omega rooms. So you must be bringing some kind of luck. Paint rooms, my beloved. Still have not converted this back to 5, 6, 7, 8. The proper angle. Now I have. Alright, then I have to go. Thing that I hit it at the wrong angle. I'm attempting to just get the orbs. Alright. I did that wrong. Alright. And then we hammer. And let's see what's down here. Piles and piles. In theory, I should probably make a Hycopius magnet. So if I ever encounter a mine room again, I swap to the Hycopius magnet. Since prism the prismatic. Oh, I didn't even put the other fruit. That's not good. Since the prismatic hammer is when I'm expecting to get a 100% copious on the tool. But getting something as low as 102 is a significant increase from like 99%. Because it's a 2% tripling as opposed to a 1% failure to duplicate. Anyways, gotta go fast. Something. I can exit the vault right there. And anyways. Still no sign of an Iskall. Because sometimes when I'm tabbed away from it, it fails to start the stream when he pops up. So I don't hear it in the background if I've got it kind of minimized, but still looks like, yeah, no change in the title. Great. Braziers are always a bit disappointing because they aren't pack crates, and they don't have a 100% guarantee of giving the seals. Not that I'm currently using the seals. Alright. Cool. Where's the block of emerald from? Must have been in the paint room someplace. No. Because if it was placed, it would have deleted. So it must have been in one of the jars in that. In one of the dungeons. Yay! Index done. Wow. Really? I don't have any Opaline in either style right now? Okay. At some point I need to actually, like, break those all down, but... that can wait. Globity globe. Like I can do without the streaming. I'm kind of fine with him not necessarily going live. Because, oh no, I can do, like, listen through whatever audiobook I'm currently on. Currently, Jane Eyre. Or I can, like, I don't know, actually pay attention and try and notice when people show up in my chat. Because people, like, sometimes people ask me questions and they'll be gone, like, 5 minutes later, but I was in the middle of a vault run, so it's like, yeah, sorry I missed you, but you kind of, like, showed up while I was busy. That's in my queue to get around to. just finished the Temeraire series, which is dragons are an air force during Napoleonic War era, and the logistics and implications that comes with. Sure, some loose echo. Alright. I technically also have Wuthering Heights queued up to listen to next, or soon. Because somebody had made some comment about, oh yeah, the main characters in both, like Jane is unconscious on the road, and the other two see her and like poke her and make sure that she's not dead, but she's not, and they just kind of move on. And since they just like moved on and nothing really came of it, it just wasn't included in either book. Omega Magnet gets saved. I've gotten one truly illegal chaotic piece at this point, and that was a 2 points of mana regen instead of one set of it, and everything else is like missing some ability counts, and it's like, really? Oh, look, this is just a epic with one less suffix, no ability to work on it, and rather middling performance. It is now approximately 8 pieces of scrap. Somehow it is more valuable as the scrap. Jewel pouches. Okay, so it's working on azaleas at the moment, among other things. Three, 6, 1. $14.7. Absolute scrap there. Ooh. Decent copious and hammer size on that one. 3.9 out of 4. That could be nice if I was in the 4 or 5 range, but that's still mid-90s. And like, yeah, I could stop hamstringing my experience right now, but like, I also want to try and get like a living helmet with the 6%, so I can have a proper 106% lucky at home. Like, which, like, okay, maybe maybe I'm over stunting my experience by focusing on the living. It just kind of go like, maybe I should just go and say, hey, uh, I'll just roll a bunch on any of the level 100 gear I get. And just manually make it at 100. But at the same time, running the plunder, I can feel a little less bad as I work on God Altars. Also, let's see. 20%. Current knockback resistance 47, which means I would need 3 points. All right. So now I should be able to chain lucky hits while I'm relatively full health. A lot easier because I'm not getting knocked around. Don't know where in the world I got these ones. I think these ones came out of vendors because they have an extra tag on them so they don't stack. Anyways, pull the fruit. Stare at that. Ooh, eggies. Also, if you need bees, you can grab some bees out of these. They're kind of... In theory, I need to breed the turtles so there's actually the high amount of turtles. Also, Bottles is on the left, Comb is on the right, and of course, Eggies are Eggies. Feel free to raid any resources you might need for a crystal, of course. And I think you said you had botany pots, which if you did, feel free to set these ones over here to actually be something. With the only requirement being that they're already collecting. They just need to definitely have a barrel with some stack and void. And like, you can tell me to go, hey, I added this to the system, so you should add stack and void to it, and I will get to it because I've been playing every day. But at the same time, you are not required to do anything with my system. If you don't want to, you can play independently. Also, I'm going to continue to roll these eggs, even though, like, some of these, you might be like, oh, yeah, it's like, nah, I've got all 4 skeletons, I've got all 4 of the guardians. I need one more gas, two more Vindicators, one more of that, three more no, three more of the Phantoms, three more of the Witches. Evokers are full. I haven't gotten a single Wither or Iron Golem, so when it actually starts asking me for stars shortly, it's going to make me manually summon the Withers. I've got 2 stars to my name at this moment. Eggies. Eggies. We use 2 different types because that lets us click more of them out at once. Seven Eggies. 7 Angie Eggies. Nothing interesting. Also, I'm going to be slightly annoyed when it finally starts asking for glow squids too, because I haven't bothered with almost any of the non-hostiles. Alright, that finishes loading up the loud balloons. Eggy. Eggy. Okay. That's a bit of a bummer. Technically, there we go. Back to a full stack on that. This is the overflow bag. In this case, rather than doing funny things with routers, this is actually entirely automatic by this. Because this has a higher priority than my drive, things that get put in into the computer directly will overflow to that bag. Before they'll get put in the computer. Though the computer itself technically has like a decent amount of storage, and I'm just being lazy about actually removing the what you call it? The yeah, I've got a 64K just sitting in here. Removing the big shulker boxes I've made, which I probably should at some point because they don't help the storage time of everything when I'm delooting. At least when I have things like gear in the bag, because it tries to find a spot for all of the gear pieces and has to check each of the different types of gear pieces. Seeds. Also, I'm still so poor on vault diamonds. Like, I can't afford easy villagers right now, and I don't have an iron golem farm. So, like, because I didn't get the iron golem egg, so I'm having to manually go and find iron in the world, and it's like, okay, yeah, I've got a hammer. It's like trivial at that point, but at the same time, it's like having to hope I find a good iron vein whenever it asks for like 700 plus iron, because you're supposed to be able to farm it at this point. To say nothing of gold, I've got a very small production of gold. But I have to come over here and compress it from time to time. That's probably enough gold for that next crystal. Yes, I do have rabbits as full manual or full automatic production rather than manual slaughter. Turtles. Eh. This provides no mechanical benefit. Just an aesthetic one. Also, at some point, I need to get... Oh. Let's see. Fine. Vine production. Wandering trader to trade this. Alright, okay. Let's see what vanilla ores I've got around. Because it's already stacking void, so I might as well make it actually produce. I should also probably do this with glow lichen at some point, but I'll grab my life choices down the line anyways. But yeah, maybe I should go ahead and make it a barrel. One, two. One. Two. And like under all technicality, I've only been putting small stack upgrades relative on all these. But one of the fortunate things you can do, because they're removable and upgradable as easily as they are, is I can just kind of go, okay. Make a higher tier one, and then you put the higher tier one in right on top of the lower tier one, and it comes out. And then you just upgrade the lower tier one, and then you like cycle through all of them if you need to increase it. But at the same time, I'm probably not going to need more than 4 times 32 stacks of glow lichen, or 4 times 32 stack. No, that's not 32. That's 64 because it's iron tier. I think. Yeah, iron tier. Is yeah, we'll roll that on screen. And then lock that. Okay, still no Iskallia. Right. Lock. Fill. Upgrades. Oh, of course I've got my music production going. It's using strays instead of skeletons because that's what I had at the time. Technically, I put names on this guy and these two, but you can't read their names using my free cam stuff, and it's not like visible through the walls. And technically, all of these creepers are also named something because the egg is named. The egg is currently down here. Up and coming star, because of course I'm going to make music jokes out of my record production. Magnets don't work while there's any creepers inside here, because I have a magnet suppressor set to turn off magnets as long as it's got anything hitting those tripwires, which also opens up the Stray's line of sight to the golem. So if it doesn't have the line of sight to the golem, because there aren't any creeper toes, I can magnet, and that prevents me anchoring up all of the discs instead of the discs getting picked up by their router down there. But like, I also sent out a box to everyone. So that should help with anybody encountering early cases of it before they've managed to set up on it. I still don't know why that's Spider Dungeon J. Because I don't know where the rest of the alphabet is. At some point, I need to start making actual dead coral, because the moment it asks me for like several hundred dead coral and I have to manually put a bunch down, that's going to be annoying. But, like, not because I don't have the coral, but because I haven't started making it dead yet. And, like, to be fair, like, the annoying part of it is getting 2 silk touch books. Right. Oopline key. Alright. God altered. And this is my last one with the boosted health. This weekend, what is harder? I think the purple is the more difficult. Of wand and purple. Because despite everything, it's still not great for tank spawning. And with like a 1 in 4 chance of dropping purple, it's like you need 16 tanks, and tanks can still spawn like 1 to... No. Tanks can still spawn 0 to something. Because there's only about 2 max inside each spawn batch. And all spawn batches have a chance of failing if they don't line up right. Even the regular 2 height should fit all the normal places, but you just don't notice with some of the other ones, because like if you're making 15 assassins, you're not going to notice when you end up with 13 assassins out of the spawn. Alright. So, I'm going to have some more chromatic boards for you at the end of this, obviously. Maybe I shouldn't be focusing completion, maybe I should be focusing on finding altars. Alright, so that's the downstairs altar, which is... where's this stupid altar in this room? This is pointed at altars, right? Right, there it is. There's a stupid thing. this side. Vault doors. Yeah, these ones are undead. The mushroom are not. Something, mushrooms are an extant form of life. You can't kill them in a way that matters. Anyways, do you love the particle effects that are left over from last vault paint room? Or the breaking animation? That's what those are. Because they overlap based on world location based on dimension, but the game doesn't greatly differentiate different dimensions of the vault, which is why, like, if somebody's using Nova in one vault, you can see their Nova flares when they occur in other ones. If you're in the same room index, so like second room north, prove me wrong about how hard purple has been in this stupid game. It's killed me the last 3 times I've attempted purple, and now it's given me 3 out of 4 in like 6 tanks. Absolutely taking the piss out of Nick. I mean, I guess I also am not taking full advantage of what this theme has. In that I'm not, like, constantly running for the diamond rooms to try and take advantage of the diamond room using the cave theme subset. And then using the cave theme higher per spawner tank count. Of the burping zombies. As opposed to trying to get the rock golems. Ooh. Does that count as see, I was right. The wand was going to be easier than the tanks. 3 ornate chests. It is throwing me off just a little bit that I'm not getting absolutely bodied by these guys. I made the right choice by unspecking my mana. Because, like, I'm also generating a decent amount of mana based on whether or not I've attacked things recently. So, like, I'm not likely to be running out of mana with, my build not caring about mana. So, I think now, like, okay, I still need tanks. Those are still going to be a little bit annoying. But I think now the problem is getting the wooden done. Even that's not going to be too much, because I can just run into just about any room. Something. I'm going to say it again. Soul Dwellers should get purple back. Not instead of tanks, but in addition. Because they are roughly similarly situated for amount of spawns per theme. Oh, there's a secret down there. Good to know. I say as though I'm going to go after that secret. As opposed to trying to find a room. I mean, I don't need an ore room if I can just get a player gem here. Oh, just Slayer Mark. Is there a second tank here? absolutely toxic room. It's perfect because I need paper. And we know how toxic paper is. Is that a topical joke? Yes. I was going to say, it's fun being on pages. I think the big thing, everyone's complaining about the poison on the guy. I think the biggest thing is the fact that his poison level doesn't especially scale, and you don't really get resistance early in the game. So people are getting absolutely gaudied by the fact that it's not blocked by any armor or anything like that. Since it's magic damage. I'm gonna have to set myself to finding orbs, apparently. Yep. Your storeroom is on the other side of spawn. Good to know. Look, it's Billy the Kid. Ooh. Go on already. There we go. Whatever those are. Anyway, we gotta make sure that I actually pick these up, because this is not a collector vault. So it's not simply that I need to have generated them by the loot roll. I have to actually have collected the things to go and turn in. Mops. Mops. Do it. Assassins. Mobs. Mobs. Take mobs. Regressing to the mean. Already did that one for tank mobs. Tank mobs. mobs, where are you? Racing to the mean. Alright, there we go. Boop. 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 Stupid tank mobs. Alright. Oh no. Recycle the hot. It doesn't get me anything, but recycle it. Two deck recipes. I think technically that made that one worthwhile. Peaceful capstone. Logos. No, that's because you can upgrade its tier from 1 to 5. I think something in the numbers is off because I think that bounty core I added is giving me 2 tiers every time. Three tiers? I wonder if it's like just duplicating the crate, give or take. Because is it doubling the... Is it... I think it might be doubling the crate tiers. Three deck types. At least we know that they occur at roughly the same interval from the research. Health. Use it. Resistance. Shiny. Juice. Mixed. Did you make a stat pack? Just in case. No, what to spot. Little pouch. Mystical Manor. The same wandering trader that always is here. Deposit to identify. Scrap.
Huh.
224. Okay. Let's say 1 minute. I should pick a new red trinket to wear. Maybe. I don't need my... Sure. Alright. Maybe you should give the other tall flower types spots in the system. Birch, please. Okay. Alright. Got distracted by something and I'm thinking about something in the storage, but I can't remember what I was thinking about in the storage. Tall flowers. Right now on making and since that that's already making that, or that chest is already set up like that, I might as well make them. Technically, I should also make the nether vines, because I haven't done the nether vines yet. Produce. All right. It's at least at the same table. I can rearrange these at like any time based on what I think aesthetically will work better. Arguably, I should swap this over here and things like that because water. Because all of them are just getting handled by the same route. Alright. They are colored crimson. Mine's are called weeping. Okay, good to know that I can be lazy about the automation of that. Yeah, it does need its metal. Nellium? Warp, warp. Okay, people are just talking in the Discord.
Huh. Huh. Huh.
Need. They can share a barrel. Technically, it'll be nice when I'm not having to use the upgrade previous and just use the basic tier to craft those for upgrading them, but like at this point it's a fairly sunk cost, and like it's not that one, like even not seeing the SMP, like it was a reasonable cost, and like I was like, I'm willing to accept that. It is not necessarily unreasonable for the upgrade the tier of the container to be the nested kind for whoop, whoop. There we go. This in that order.
Huh. Huh.
Upgrades. Fill levels. Locking and locking.
Huh. Huh.
Then we grab these out. And we go make some Nellium. Or Nellium? No. We don't even need to make any. We've already got some. Alright. Also, let me know what colors I should potentially do for these tables here. Because I've got to... I wonder if this is a copper vein. The only way for me to tell would be if there's a copper... raw copper block somewhere in there. But it looks like it's probably just copper loosely in some granite. But if you have ideas for what color my next set of table plus botany pots should be for this and this botany pot locations, that'd be great. Because this doesn't get much aesthetics. I'm just like, make a bunch of copper chests, which technically means I'm dumping resources I don't need to, because these aren't filling up, because they're all going to voiding chests, so even if they're over full, like totems, it's not a problem. I need to dry some sponges. Which is actually fairly easy to do. Go, go, turbo smelting. Not that one. This one, it's pulling from both. It can pull from one. Sponge. There we go. Now we're trying some sponge. Nice. Maybe at some point I should swap over to pulling from the packed ice level and stop making blue ice for a little while. I think packed ice can show up in this, and rather than having to take apart the blue ice I made, though that takes very little effort. that's stupid. Well, I've got those hooked up to it, even though like it will only do it if the blue ice exceeds 800,000. And I'm only producing one high-speed chiller. If I was making like an entire array of high-speed chillers, I wonder how long I've had those zombie eggs there. Eggies. Style eggies. Eggies. Hostile eggies. Alright. Fancy hat. I was like, ooh, look at right. Uh, the antique guarantees, look at. Disappointing roll. Maybe I should save that for later anyways. This is set to our room, isn't it? Got it. Like, okay. Or room? No. Not or room. Open. Upstairs. Got it. Sure. This vault gets to be murdered. what used to be the place you would get the Iskallia and Stress Monster plushies. Which I never learned the player name for the head. No longer yields plushies. Because normally they should be right there. But with the changeover at the presence, they didn't get changed over. Anyways, let's find dungeons. Nearest dungeon is this way. Down. Yep. Hills. Hey, Gramps, can you get all these people, including, like, I know you're having a fan, you clearly, but, like, could you get them back off? They're being annoying. They're being overly clingy, and they're not listening to me saying, no, I don't want to. You're not paying attention to my consent either. That's my problem. Got a dungeon within 2 rooms. It's visible on the compass. So I'll have the completion in short order for this god pass. Experience doesn't do anything. Okay. Dungeon is down right and left. Oh. was 2 rooms out. What's it? Here. Yay, regeneration. Anything else down here? No. They can't spawn in the dungeons, right? Right? Has to be in a discovered room, and dungeons don't count as discovered rooms. feel like I have so little health. Something injured, using the compass once. No longer having Giant's Heart that I've had for several times. I'm still getting a little bit of extra from Aura. Because that's what the Aura charm is, but like, that's not a ton. It's a couple percent because it's not a great Aura charm. It was just like, well, I've got it. Press the O button as though it matters. It was up. The Golgoth was here. Let's grab the fruit. An orange. Cool. I don't feel like wanting to get the village and getting myself lost. Right, I had seen an Opaline door in one of the other vaults, but then I skipped it because I was so needing tanks at the time. And it was like, yeah. Having to wait for the door to cycle was going to be annoying. Unfortunately, nearest treasure room on the compass matters less when you have a single key to your name. Because, like, okay, I will find me one treasure room, and then I will have to, like, manually search for the other ones. it's not Fear Cloud, but it's still... Right. This is the funny one where if I use Fortune, I can get myself some silverfish to spawn out these bricks here, because those are silverfish bricks. You can't bring in your own or whatever that you would get from the red spawners or whatever, but you can go and find the ones in like the 1 or 2 special points of interest that have. This was last vault anyways, but somebody is managing to cook potatoes, and like the hot oil being somewhere in the house is being annoying for my eyes. It's like, yay. A stupid thing to have to deal with, but like... Alright. So let's get diluted and be done for the day. That recycles. And these are capes. Five. Absolutely disappointing there. Why do you keep picking the mining ones, though you ever use them? Ah, you're right, though. Wait, what do you mean I can't make that into a hostile? You wear it, every so often it spawns itself in the vault near you, and then you have to fight it off. So instead of getting a legendary, you just get a foe that technically, like, oh look, it gives you drops, and then it's like, cool. Something something wanted trait. Something something. Ooh, gotcha. Oh yeah, that explains why that one's not with the rest. Alright. Start with high tier and chaotic. Sure. And because it's funny. Alright. Nothing really notable. Nothing really notable. Saved. Well, that's a good question. Have I actually gotten any tridents from running the benthic yet? I wonder. Or is it like you only get the tridents when you do it in the ocean, which is why it tells you works better in the ocean. That's especially noteworthy. And that is stares at this intently. Icky. Angry icky. Disappointing icky. is important. Alright. More champion's domain. Scaled. Feel free to claim the Iggy. I still need a loot goblin at some point, but it's like, no, you need champions. No, you need champions. Got like 6 champions as of that dragon. Like, okay, yes, champs do give decent loot. But can I don't know. Maybe get my loot out of chests too? Please and thank you. Garbage. That's clear, that's clear. This is all in production, so I should have all of it. Even the birch. Alright. Claim that. Claim that. Sure. I have to be the one that selects what garbage goes into. Okay. Craft a rock. I know don't have great production on tropical fish, apparently. Hello, babies. And coal. We'll queue up this one for next time. Queue up this one for next time. Fails to pick up the coal because it was immediately picked up by this snow. Don't tell me I gotta run the uncrafting machine again on some of these snow blocks. Because, like, I've got plenty of snow. I just don't have the compression upgrades. Nor is this currently in the decompressible recipes. And there. Then we got code. Okay, so the only way to make tough directly is Britannia. Got it. Good to know. Sal. So that one's all queued up as well. Let's say, did the book get anything? Book did not complete anything. This is all unloaded. I should break these down at some point. Except for the 40. Nice. Decent amount of stone there. Stone ore. Okay, that's getting near capacity. Press down the knowledge. I should give it a stack upgrade at some point. Let's check on the circuit. Okay, I was down to just azaleas. Except then I had to do birches. So... Yep, and I'm avoiding oak logs whenever it's making azaleas at the moment, so I'm good for oak for a while. It's getting close to its limit. I think that is cactus at its limit. No. It's still going. It helps that every so often I'm making void upgrades and things that want to use the cactus, so. But. Alright. Quick check. Yeah, that's going to take long enough that I'm not going to wait around for it. That's queued up, that's queued up, that's queued up. Favor 18, 18, 3, 11, 9.5%. This back on my head. Yeah, I don't think I have tennis or goose. Can't make air, can't make goose, can't make tennis. Yeah. And I don't have those trinkets in the system at the moment, so. Clearly, I need to focus on dungeons more. Clearly, I need to remove access to the Spectre God Altars before I go into the next one. Alright. So I'll call that good for now. Catch y'all next time. Bye.